Hello Pisces, how are you? It's me, Lauren, with the Untitled Tarot. Welcome back, or welcome in if you're new. I mean, I'm kind of new too, we're all new together. I think 11 of us. I have 11 subscribers now. Very cool, guys, very cool. I hope you guys are doing well. End of March is wrapping up. I think, what is it, the 30th? Got today and tomorrow left. It's a good day to have a good day, right? Sitting in your energy for a little bit, and you guys feel very like fresh, like very like a breath of fresh air, almost like a sigh, like a weight has been lifted off of your back or off of your shoulders. You guys feel very refreshed and renewed. Yes. Very nice, like very cleansing waters, kind of. And I got this kind of like flash in my mind of being in the ocean and it's just being like really warm and the sun hitting you, and you know, when the waves kind of crash together like a little bit, they do their little peaks and the top of the water gets kind of like all foamy, and it's like, ooh, it's like that. And then it like fades away and I like drift off to like another. I feel like you guys are very like daydreamy right now. You're fantasizing about something. Maybe you have just come out of a big cycle and you're daydreaming about your options, your songs on your pre-shuffle playlist. I have a playlist on my channel below. It's called The Shuffle. It's got a bunch of songs in it. I suggest you check it out. And I shuffle it up for everybody's pre-shuffle to see how you want to express yourselves to me. And you got some songs. You got Alan Stone's version of Sex and Candy, which is an even sexier version of the regular Sex and Candy. So I don't know if you guys are, feel like maybe you're taking your quarantines in stride, enjoying your creature comforts. Maybe you got a little quarantine bay going on, something like that. And then you got Nelly Furtado's I'm Like a Bird. It's very much of that like refreshed, kind of like, whoo, weight off my back, like I can breathe again energy. Very interesting, Pisces, very interesting, Pisces. So let's see. What are you getting out of? What are you getting into, right? Start with our prayer. Source, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for helping me connect with Pisces, my Pisces people, my little fishies. Thank you for all the love, the blessings, the abundance, the support, the guidance, every day, every way, always. If there are any messages, my little fishy's best interest, please send them through. The lines are now open. All right, Pisces. What do we got going on for you? I'm like a bird, I only fly away. And you know, I woke up this morning and I knew I was gonna do you guys first. And I've just been like dancing around all day, like all morning to music. I like woke up real early, not intentionally. It's funny, and like there was a lot of like weird, just personally, like a lot of weird things. Like I woke up thinking that I woke up late, and I looked at my phone and it turned out I woke up 2 hours early, and I tried to go back to sleep, and then I couldn't, and I re-looked at my phone and I realized that my phone was almost dead because it didn't like plug in properly last night. So then I got up and it was like all of these weird things. So, but then I was like not in like a bad mood. I was like taking it in stride. So maybe there's like stuff happening around you guys that's like you know, like being maybe like a little chaotic energy, but you guys are really trying to like settle into like your comfy, your happy place, and just kind of take it in stride, be like Teflon, let it like roll off your back, because there was like a lot of weird crap happening all morning, but I was still like dancing around to music. So good for you guys, that's awesome. All right, Pisces, we're gonna go in with the, that didn't feel right. We're gonna, okay, oh fine, okay, Hermit. Okay, fine, Hermit, fine, it insists on coming out. You know, for a Hermit, you really want to come out. Maybe that's something, you guys are really ready to come out. Knight of Cups in reverse. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot. I just wanted to let them know what deck you're using. I was gonna go into the Everyday Witches Tarot. That's like my nice tarot. I call this like my mean tarot or like my harsh tarot deck. And I said that. I was like, Pisces, are you sure you want this deck? And you were like, it's fine. I can handle it. It'll be fine. Okay. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Before I even look at these two, I feel like this is you not wanting to, it feels very past energy though, you sitting in this hermit energy, not wanting to give emotionally or energy, time to something, maybe not able to have the time, not able to give the energy, given the circumstances maybe. This feels very past though. We have 2 that fell. The Hangman and the Tower. It feels like it's supposed to be this way though, honestly. They did fall out like that. Hold, please. Yeah. So after a period of time of feeling like you had a weight on you, like I said, it felt like very much like you had a very like sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God that's over kind of thing, of not wanting to give or invest anymore, really like that hermit energy, like that retracting of everything. And I guess that could have either created a Tower moment or felt like a Tower moment, felt like a shakeup, either because it was very different behavior for you than normal, is what I'm getting. To retract. Normally you give, you don't retract. I see like a tide, like receding back into the ocean instead of like coming in. And that probably felt very different for you and was probably shook up people around you or the other party or circumstance. And this Hangman is you trying to figure out like that daydreaming energy, like where to go next, what to do next. Like, it's like, what's the line of the song? I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. Baby, all I need for you to know is I'm like a bird. Like figuring out where you're gonna fly. Where's your next nest? Ace of Swords. Figuring it out. Let's get this clear. Let's get this straight, I'm hearing. No bullshit. That's what I'm hearing. Seems like you're gonna sit in this Hangman for as long as you need to until you know exactly where you're going. I'm getting this like I don't want to overstep. I don't want to overstep, but it doesn't feel in the sense of like I don't want to overstep my boundaries. It feels more like I don't want to step too far into something, like not wanting to like invest, like over invest. Yeah. Don't know if it'll pan out. Don't know if it'll pan out. Feels like a very much of like not wanting to put all your eggs in like a basket kind of energy. 8 of Cups. It came out reversed though. Yeah, not ready to walk yet. Not ready to walk yet. It feels like almost like a surveying energy. Almost like you're flying like above a situation, like survey, like a plane, you know what I mean? Like when something happens on a flight and the plane has to do like an emergency landing. It doesn't feel like an emergency landing, but they have to like land somewhere they're not supposed to. So they have to like look at all the other runways and figure out like where's like the best spot for them to come in. That's what that feels like. You're circling yet. You're like, I don't know which landing strip I'm gonna touch down on yet. Ugh. 10 of Swords. It came out on its side. I don't know if I have enough gas for this. is what I'm hearing. Like I'm gonna have to touch down somewhere soon. Like you know, like you're gonna have to make a decision soon about like what you're like. It feels like it's not in terms of like a cycle. Like it feels like this, like it's just in terms of like a death and a rebirth process. It seems like you're on the rebirth end of it now, you know? Part of the retraction was contractions, is what I'm hearing. The retraction was the retraction. It's, oh God, you gotta give me a rhyme of all the things. The retraction was a contraction. It's like that rebirth that like it constricts and it's like uncomfortable and it's like it's like to push you into the world, push you into new life. I'm just hearing that. The retractions were contractions. And so you're a little bit like you're tired. You're a little tired, you know, and you're circling. You're like, I don't know, like I don't know if I have enough gas to be up here for too much longer. Like I gotta touch down somewhere. 8 of Pentacles. So you figuring out where. I'm also hearing where to dock. Okay. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Gonna touch down. Where are you touching down? Where are you going? Where are you flying above? I'm like a bird, I only fly away. Stop, why? I must have played like 8 songs for your pre-shuffle, and it's the only one that's stuck in my head. Maybe that's part of it, is you're trying to find like where to home your soul, like your soul tribe. Like it's not just a place or a person, it's like people, like your people. Where are my people? It's like you looking at it and you're like, does it look like my people are over there? Does it look like my people are over here? Oh. Yeah. 10 of Cups. That fulfillment, that emotional working on figuring out where this new emotional fulfillment is going to be for you. Obviously, our first and foremost emotional fulfillment always comes from ourselves. But for me, more so than like romantic or anything like that, it really feels very much of a soul tribe energy. It's just like I have that weight off my back. I'm free. Like I just want to fly and just like find my people. I just want to find my soul tribe. I'm ready to come out of the cold. I'm ready to come out of this hermiting. It's like almost like you put yourself out there. You know what I mean? Because you just like didn't want to deal with anyone else while you were retracting and dealing with all of that, the things that come with growth and change and a rebirth. But it seems like you feel so much lighter now. It doesn't feel like you're tired, like you're a little bit beat up after this process, but this is a 10, so this is over, this is done. Like I said, like the death has happened, like we're in the rebirth, the contractions have happened, we are now in the rebirth, you know? We're learning to cry, we're getting all the gunk out of our lungs, you know? Cutting the umbilical cord, getting ready to fly. And this is you figuring out where you want to soar to, where's the wind gonna take you. It feels very much like you don't have, not that you don't have like standards, but it's like you don't have like set expectations for where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to be doing, or it feels very much just like letting, you know, spirit and your higher self and your intuition guide you, which is amazing, which is exactly what you should be doing. And I'm not surprised because you're a friggin' Pisces. The great thing about being a Pisces, because there are so many downsides, is that you are the last sign of the zodiac. So you have little bits of everything. You have little bits of everyone. All of the energies, which is makes you so empathetic and so able to understand other people, but also it gives you a lot more tools in your toolbox to use. Haha, bitch, what I fucking tell you? 1422, High Priestess, baby. You know where you're going. You might not know like exactly, like I said, which exact runway right now, but you're like, I know that one doesn't seem like it's gonna be big enough. There's already too many planes on that one. These two look pretty good though. Okay. Oh, everybody relax. Yeah. Feels like it's been a fight to get here. There's been conflict. I'm hearing like defend my position, defend my position. I don't need you to understand, is what I'm hearing. I don't need you to understand. Followed out by the Strength card. Because I'm strong enough to walk in my truth. To fly above this bullshit. Go where like my soul is home. At home with myself, where I can be at home with myself. This book, what is it? Four of Wands in reverse. What you thought made you whole didn't. And so it feels like maybe that was also like a shock to you. You were like, it all looks good on paper is what I'm hearing. It all looks good on paper, but it also feels very much like letting go of expectations of yourself, like what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to be normal. Like the societal, like traditional social expectations of you. From our families, from our friends, from society. We absorb all those. And then we do it to ourselves. To walk into your truth is to be strange. It's not gonna work. It's too risky. Why do you have to do it like that? Why can't you just be normal? You know? Fuck them all. Fuck them all, Pisces. You know why? Because you're the high priestess. You decide what your soul family is. You decide what looks like home to you. You decide how to decorate it with your thoughts and your feelings and your intuition and your experience. That is your 10 of Cups. So really you can find it anywhere because it's always within you. Let your intuition be your radar. Hone you on in home. I want to pull any more from here. Yes? Okay. I was going to get an oracle. In a minute, percent. In a minute. Okay. Okay. Three of Cups in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not playing these games. Sharon, I just can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. This is about you not participating in things that you don't like to do. Things, places, situations, people that you know aren't good for you, that you know are making it harder to fly. It's like a, I'm not coming to the party energy. I'm not rushing in to save you anymore. Save myself, save myself. Very interesting, Pisces. All right, let's get into some oracle cards for you. First, I want to look at some focusing energies. We're going to use the Queen of the Moon oracle. Maybe that's that that energy I was feeling before, where it's like there might be stuff like happening around you. Like I said, like this with my morning, like weird little like annoyances and things, and maybe it's people telling you like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you coming? Like, why are you acting like that? Since when did you get into that? Like, blah, 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 blah. but you're like, you feel very just like cleansed. Like there's almost just like, there's like a bubble of like, there's just a bubble around you. You're just like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Like, I'm using my third eye to find my next like home. To find my new friends. To guide my way. Wherever that takes me, I'm like a bird. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. All I need for you to know is I'm like a bird. I'm coming to the party. Thank you, Spirit. Now that we have a little bit of an idea of what's going on for our Pisces people, can we have some focusing energies, please? What do we need to focus on for this new rebirth? Beautiful, riding high, that energy, we love it. Trust the process, I'm hearing. You'll know where to land. It hasn't appeared yet. Or you didn't notice it yet. So either your runways, clouds are gonna move apart and you're gonna see one that you didn't realize was there. Or you're gonna do a loop or something and realize that there's like one that nobody noticed on the backside of the mountain. And see, even with this Hermit energy, sorry, I'm staring at this Hermit card. If you look at it, it almost looks like he's standing on top of like a mountain, like he's at the top, like he's surveying over, like you. All right. Focusing energies, please. Balance. It's card number 19. 1 and a 9. It's 10. Completion. Complete and wholeness in ourselves. Because it feels like, with all that feeling and all that circuit, it doesn't feel like you're doing it in a plane. It feels like you are a bird, which is interesting for a water sign. Okay, I was gonna say, is that all we have? Balance, balance, my loves. Look at you on top of everything, holding your wholeness within yourself. And if you notice, the woman on this card, I don't know if it really is focusing. She's an older woman. She's a mature woman. I'm talking about wisdom, right? When we learn from our experiences, when we learn from ourselves, regardless of wherever your runway is, whatever that is for you, through your experience, through that wisdom, taking that bird's eye view, assessing your options, going back to the lessons that we've learned previously, regardless of the runway, we know how to land. We know not to go in too fast or too slow or to hit too harsh or when to, I don't know how planes work, but you know what I'm saying. Balance. It's what sustains the whole ecosystem around you, your whole universe. If you're not balanced, you'll fall out of the sky. Next out, you have the void. Still with oneself. It's like the hermit laid down. Just looking over. Fear. New beginnings are scary. Even when you get up there and you're like, holy shit, I'm doing it. I'm really doing it now. And it's so exciting. The taste of a new opportunity, taste of flight, but it can be really scary. You get all the way up there and you're like, holy shit, I didn't know that I was afraid of heights. Oh my God. I actually don't feel that good right now, you know, like, oh my God. But you look within this card and you know deep down inside, surrounded by all that fear, all the distractions, naysayers, people trying to detour you from your truth, from your path. Tell you that the weather's too bad. You can't land down now. Inclement weather, poor runway conditions. Deep down inside is this ball of light, this wholeness within you, protected. Your truth, what you know is right for you, how you sing your song. Nobody tells you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You are protected. All of these birds, she let them out of the cage, and they're still strung up to her hands. Any last little insecurities, doubts, indecision, self-deprecating thoughts, go in, snip those off. Snip those off. They're already out of the cage. They'll fly away. Let the universe take them, transmute that energy. Ask your guides, ask your angels to help you if you're having trouble. But you are protected. This is your rebirth. It's like being in the womb. Rise up, my babies, rise up. Don't be afraid to fly. You're already up there. You're already up there. It seems like you're having a good time doing it for the most part, but it's normal with new beginnings to also have like a little bit of fear. Like that's so normal. It's like the most normal thing ever. So, but be confident, be bold. You're doing it. You're really doing it. Okay, now we're gonna get some advice cards for you. I guess it's from you. You're telling me. You're siphoning me this information through the psychic hotline. Just kidding. I actually hate that term, psychic. I don't. Well, hate's a very strong word. I don't prefer it. It's not my preferred term, psychic. I prefer intuitive. Let's see. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Let's get a little advice from my Pisces people. Thank you, Source, very much. This has been very interesting. It does feel very like magical though. You feel very hopeful. You feel very hopeful. I think that's like that light inside. Like, despite, endings are hard. But it's like you always had this spark of hope within you, and now it's grown so big that you've expanded and now you've taken flight. First out. Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. They will show you the runway. It's also a 10. Completion. You are in the rebirth. When you walk in your right and highest good on your path, the universe will give you whatever it is that you need to make that happen. Because they want you to do it. You guys worked on that together. Oh yeah, baby. Horse Spirit, 33. Freedom is yours. Freedom is yours. It's beautiful. Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. Right? Because we don't build sandcastles just to knock them down. Right? Some things, reason, season, or a lifetime. Sometimes things are just supposed to be a trial, a test, a lesson, an experiment, an experience. It's, but where we decide to plant these wands for ourselves, for our infrastructure, for our family, our soul tribe, our soul purpose, that takes time. You have to find the right conditions, the right runway, know where to plant your seed. It's like, okay, all right. About to say, it's like turtles, they come up to shore and they plant their eggs and then they wait and they wait and they wait. And then one day, one morning, they all hatch and they very slowly make their way out to shore. That's you. Very slow. Your little turtle feet are just like touching tide now. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Love that. We love that for you. Which deck are we going to pull your one more thing from? Spirit? Okay. I'm going to go to another animal deck. This is the Wild Unknown Oracle deck by Kim Krantz. This last card, or cards, however many they give me, I like to pull, it's just sort of like a one more thing from Spirit, you know, like on your way out. So it could be anything. It could be a piece of advice, energy to watch out for, an energy that we should be exhibiting. It could be anything. I don't tell Spirit. Spirit tells me. I just say, ma'am, yes, ma'am. I'm hearing, do you believe in life after love? What? Are you anybody Cher fan? Is anybody here Cher fan? I'm a Cher fan. That's probably why they're giving me that song. I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think I'm strong enough now. That was your Ten of Swords on its side. That's that. Losing my mind with quarantine. Just kidding. I was lost long before then. All right, one more thing, Spirit. One last thing. Before you go. Oh, that's not, what? That's not, I'm gonna take this one because it fell over here. Cosmic Egg. I'm gonna get another one before I talk about that. That's a Spirit card. That's a heavy duty card. That's a Divine's got an eye on you card. All right, let's see, we got 3. Before we even turn those over and get into them. Cosmic Egg. This is you. You are the egg with all of your color and abundance and beauty and potential. How many ways you can mix and shine and grow. Hatching. Being held by the universe. What does the snake do? Shed its skin. The universe is helping you through this death and rebirth process to shed your skin and become anew. Wrapped up lovingly. It's like I said before, like you had I felt like you had like a bubble around you. That's Source wrapping your ass up. It's beautiful. It's like an Easter egg. Maybe around Easter, something about that. Around Easter is when you're gonna really crack out of the egg. It feels like you've already started to crack, but maybe it's like a baby chicken. You know, it's like it pops its little head out and then it like busts out the rest of the shell. Like you popped your little head out of the shell, but like something about Easter egg, something about Easter. What you got? Like 2 weeks? Something you're gonna bust out in 2 weeks. That's for somebody. Frog Spirit. Cleansing waters. Cleansing waters. You gotta go in. I forget where the cards are, but they're all over the place. But this is about going back in, dealing with any of those last little fears, cutting out any of those little birds, that doubt that's keeping you from flying even higher. The higher you fly, the more land you can survey. You can better see your options, right? Get a clearer perspective. You're stuck at home. You're in your creature comforts anyway. have a bath, cry it out, and purge anything that's left. Anything that's left. And maybe this is a sign to say that like you really have gone and done that. You really have gone and done that, because like I said, the energy in the beginning was very much like, oh, like there's a weight off your shoulders. Like, and maybe this is part of the realization of having that hope that I was talking about, like this little glow of hope that has sustained you throughout this death and now into the contractions of the retraction of your rebirth. Maybe a lot of it's about having faith that you knew that source was going to provide for you and take care of you. And at the very least, that it was just all going to work out. It was all going to work out. And that weight's off your shoulders and you feel cleansed now. You feel refreshed. But make sure, because things hide, things like dig deeper in us. Sometimes then we realize if they're, take another little temperature check, make sure there's nothing else that's left in there that could be potentially like throwing off your GPS. Sometimes like we think we got it all and then we're like, oh no. Dear Spirit, graceful, earthy, which is funny for a water sign. You've got a big mix-up as a water sign, which is like kind of like I said in the beginning, Pisces, you combine, use everybody's elements. You have a little bit of everybody's element, a little bit of everything in your toolbox to kind of come into this balance with yourself. This balance with yourself and your environment. So within, so without. And but this is also you, I'll call it to not be so focused or so hyper alert. You know, it's almost like that feeling of being naked and like cold. You're like, ugh, that you don't have the ability to act when you need to, right? That's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you very much. This is very lovely. I hope the last couple days of your March end very, very well. If you need anything, I'm here. If you want to chit chat, you can do so down below. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much.